their ability to fade into each other seamlessly while still being able to tell a coherent story. Do you
And like, hmm?
go on?
No, I got nothing. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, do you think the fact you brought up earlier, the AI cover, devalues the music in any sense?
I think when I first saw the cover, I thought it looked a little off. I thought it did look AI generated because at the time, like summer 2023, AI was really picking up,
Mm-hmm.
and AI generated photos were kind of becoming more like
Normalize.
more popular, more normalized, and it's starting to teach you to kind of be more careful and cautious with what you can look at. And I actually looked up the history of this album cover, and I found this cover is an AI generated image prompted by Cameron himself and edited by a Finnish artist. And that's, I don't know what the Finnish has to do with anything, but it's pretty interesting. But the Finnish artist does have a collection from his art with his post photography project,
Hmm.
Life in West America, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah. No, with the
Living in a post photography world.
yeah, post photography is kind of like the concept of this album, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
No, yeah. Go on.
No, I'm just saying like the idea of being into post photography, it really breaks down like the album in the sense that when you're into post photography, you know, you're past it. And listening to this album, you're kind of past the idea of what it drew inspiration from because it really has its own identity. So
Hmm.
it's like post photography.
Yeah, usually when we see post in front of a word like post rock, post rap, post punk, all this stuff, it kind of like what I believe it equates to is that this is what we have after.
Yeah.
This is what photography looks like after after we don't have photography, after rock is out of the equation, after it's out of the norm, after nobody cares about it anymore. This is what it's become. This
Yeah.
is what photography has become.
Yeah, like
AI.
how can we expand on this with modernized tools?
Right. How can this outdated fashion, because photography is becoming more and more outdated
Yeah.
as we go on. Like I like to shoot in 35 millimeter film, and that is super outdated. I'm spending like hundreds of dollars every year just to keep up with my own hobby, and it's, I don't know, and it's becoming more like anybody can take a photo on their phone is
Yeah.
what's a fact, and like, yeah.
You know, it's funny you mentioned with post rap. I actually think we should do a episode on the post rap trio, Injury Reserve.
I would 100% love to do that. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I love post rap. Who's your favorite post rapper?
My favorite post rapper has to be Coin Locker Kid, of course, with his
Dude, that
ability to meld any genre you can possibly think of and then make new genres out of that. And it's definitely 100% listenable.
wow. Do you think he like oh, I don't know. Do you think like the success or mediated success that Coin Locker Kid like he really deserves it? Like he's like, "Oh, I deserve this."
Well, I did hear a story about Coin Locker Kid when he was younger.
Oh,
He
tell me.
When he was younger, he grew up. When he was younger, he grew up in the Bronx, New York, and of course, the Bronx is a very um, known neighborhood. And he grew up in poverty. He grew up very poor. And when he was younger, he had a bunch of like one-off pets. I remember he had a ferret for a couple weeks, and he had like three or four dogs. He had one cat though, but the cat that really like there were also just neighboring cats that came across the building that he lived in, and there was one cat that actually got stuck on top of a tree,
Yeah.
and the thing is that the branches were so stuck together. They were just so tight together that he had to climb through all of them to save the cat.
That's a good one, dude, but I actually heard a different story.
Yeah?
I heard Coin Locker Kid actually did a show in the greater Denver, Colorado area, and
Yeah.
that there was a certain somebody, a certain individual, you might say, who was doing post photography at the event for, for for Coin Locker Kid. His name, well, we don't know his name, but we do know his middle name was Sebastian. So